this coordinator creates your unsigned transactions and stuff like that. And then when you're actually signing a transaction, it can be a really hard challenge for a stateless device, like a regular hardware wallet, to really validate what it's signing, because part of the transaction, for example, are the extended public keys of all cosigners. And I think this is where the Bitbox really shines, when you first show an address or receive.
The process of managing unsigned transactions involves a coordinator that prepares these transactions. However, when it's time to sign the transaction, stateless devices like regular hardware wallets often face significant challenges in validating what they're signing. This difficulty arises because part of the transaction may include complex elements like the extended public keys of all cosigners, which a stateless device might struggle to verify accurately. This is where the Bitbox wallet excels. It provides a more secure and reliable method for handling such transactions, particularly when displaying an address or receiving a transaction. The Bitbox's ability to ensure proper validation makes it stand out among hardware wallets. If you like this kind of video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with videos like this.
Coins in a Multisig wallet, you're actually registering the Multisig wallet on the device. So the Bitbox is not stateless. It remembers your hardware wallet. And in case the coordinator should be malicious, it can detect that it tries to do something shady. Just an example, if you have like 3 devices and you're signing with one, the coordinator could just like add 2 more cosigners that are originally not part of the setup, which are controlled by an attacker. But then if you sign, the attacker already has the majority of the overall transaction, right? So if the coordinator tries to swap out cosigners, the hardware wallet needs to be able to detect that. That's a real challenge for most hardware wallets, and I think this is where the Bitbox really shines.
Can you, just for someone who might not be familiar, can you explain what a stateless device is? Just because you used that word earlier, some people might be thinking, okay, what are we talking about here? You know, just trying to make sure that for those listening that may not be as technically savvy, they get the full picture.
I'm glad you're keeping my IT stuff accountable. So stateless basically means it forgets everything. So it knows itself, its own seed. That allows a stateless device also to securely verify a single SIG transaction, because the app, the companion app, whatever that is, sends an unsigned transaction to the hardware wallet, and the hardware wallet can check, okay, this is actually like the inputs I expect, they are controlled by myself. This is the change address is also controlled by myself. So if you can trick a hardware wallet into signing something and all the change goes to a different address that is not under its control, that's not supposed to happen. And a hardware wallet must definitely be able to detect that. It becomes more tricky when in a multisig setup, when the hardware wallet only knows itself, because that's not enough to verify it if a transaction is safe. So with the change address, coordinator could just lie and add a different change address, but the hardware wallet cannot verify it, because to verify the change address, it needs to know the other cosigners' XPubs as well. And if you plug it out or whatever, and it forgets everything, there's no real way to do that. And we don't really want to like manually check the XPubs every time you generate a receive address or send a transaction. That's an option, of course, but it's not. I doubt people will actually do that.
Yeah, I appreciate the explanation, and I think that multisig is something for those who are, maybe if you've already set up a single sig wallet and you're very comfortable with your Bitcoin in cold storage, and maybe a little way down the line, again, you're stacking more and more, hopefully contributing value to society and getting Bitcoin in exchange. As your stack grows, and again, thinking about your stack, like, okay, it's not just my stack today, but what's the purchasing power of this in fiat? 10x this. Yeah. You know, in a few years, because it will be, it's going to get there. Multisig is a great thing for people to look at, and I think it's nice to know that some of the potential pitfalls that you can run into. And again, it's why I like working with Bitbox, because the more I learn about you guys, it's like, oh wow, you guys thought of a lot of stuff. Clearly, a lot of thought was put into this. And with Multisig, I kind of see like these two sort of buckets where it's like complete do-it-yourself multisig. Like I've used Nunchuck in the past for that, which is, for those who don't know, it's like it's a pretty cool app. They made a lot of improvements, but you can set up entirely your own multisig, or set up and coordinate with other people to set up a multisig. I did that as well for a shared wallet we were managing some donations for, and worked really well. Learned a lot about UTXO management through that experience as well, as a part of that. It's a different story though. But then there's also like kind of I don't know if you'd call it assisted multisig, like what Casa does, where it's basically, okay, Casa is holding one of your keys, you're holding two of your keys. So if you lose one of those two keys that you have, you still have 2 out of 3 in the multisig, one that you have, one that Casa has. So you can still, generate a new key or move those coins, do whatever you want. Do you think that as we move forward, do you think we'll see a trend more towards the kind of do-it-yourself multisig, or is the managed assisted multisig going to end up being more of what more people gravitate towards? Because it's like people are scared, honestly, of having everything in their own control. Like some people want somebody else to have kind of, still one of the keys to the castle. They can't do anything with it. They can't open the door. They can't open the vault, but they can help you open the vault if you're there.
The discussion centers around the complexities and challenges of managing a multi-sig wallet, especially in terms of security and the role of the hardware wallet. The Bitbox is highlighted for its ability to retain state, unlike stateless devices that forget everything once disconnected. This retention is crucial for detecting malicious activities by a coordinator, such as adding unauthorized cosigners to a transaction. Stateless devices struggle with this because they can't verify all necessary details, especially in multi-sig setups where knowledge of cosigners is essential for validation. The conversation also touches on the trend between do-it-yourself multi-sig setups versus managed multi-sig solutions like Casa. While DIY multi-sig offers complete control, it comes with the complexity and responsibility of managing multiple keys. On the other hand, managed multi-sig provides a balance, where a third party like Casa holds one key, offering users a safety net without full control over their assets. The speaker suggests that while some may prefer the security and control of DIY setups, many users may gravitate towards managed solutions for their convenience and the added layer of support they offer.
I really do hope that there will be room for both. So personally, I'm a big fan of Sparrow Wallet, which I use for multisig myself, also for like company stuff. Although we actually use different wallets and they interoperate really well if you use Electrum, and everybody uses a different wallet and it still works with the same wallet kinda. But like there should be a choice, right? If I'm comfortable with setting up my own multisig, this gives me the ultimate sovereignty in managing my funds. It has the best privacy. It's low cost. Because of course every time you have a service that aids you and guides you, there's usually a subscription involved, so you pay a yearly fee. You get something in return, which is probably convenience and assistance. And there are also, because Bitcoin is programmable money, there can be very creative things like we're co-signing like all your stuff automatically up to a certain threshold, unless like some risk management like shows red flags. And if you want to spend more than 10,000 a day or whatever, then you need to like hop on a video call or authenticate yourself separately with a YubiKey or whatever.
The speaker emphasizes the importance of having options in the management of multi-sig wallets, expressing a personal preference for using Sparrow Wallet for both personal and company-related multi-sig setups. They value the ability to maintain sovereignty and privacy by setting up their own multi-sig, which avoids the recurring costs associated with managed services. The speaker also acknowledges the benefits of managed multi-sig solutions, such as convenience and assistance, which often come with a subscription fee. They point out that because Bitcoin is programmable, innovative solutions could be developed, such as automatic co-signing up to certain thresholds or requiring additional authentication for larger transactions. In recent months, there has been increased interest in multisig solutions as more people and businesses seek to enhance their security measures when managing Bitcoin. Multisig wallets are gaining traction not only among individuals but also among companies looking to safeguard their assets. The development of new tools and services that simplify multisig setups while offering robust security features is ongoing. Notably, platforms like Sparrow Wallet and Electrum continue to evolve, providing users with more options and interoperability between different wallets. Looking forward, it's likely that both DIY multisig setups and managed multisig services will continue to coexist, catering to different user needs. The trend may lean towards more user-friendly managed solutions as the adoption of Bitcoin grows among less technical users. These managed services will likely incorporate advanced security features, such as threshold-based co-signing and multi-factor authentication, to appeal to users seeking convenience without compromising security. At the same time, the DIY approach will remain popular among those who prioritize sovereignty, privacy, and cost-effectiveness. The increasing programmability of Bitcoin will enable even more customized and automated multisig solutions, further broadening the range of options available to users. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the world, and it helps us keep bringing you more great content. Plus, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below.